so prepare to be roasted.
So they say you only roast the ones you love. This is going to be short. So we're going to play a little game called Whose Line Is It Anyway? And we're going to give you a little factoid or saying that maybe one of the attending says, and then you're going to guess who that attending might be. So we require some active audience participation for this. So isn't that the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Dr. Beck.
Dr. Beck.
Well, in reference to this. There's the vulva you were asking for, Dr. Taus. Anyone? And here's Dr. Mercurio.
What we love about Dr. Mercurio is she's so attentive. She's such a great listener in clinic. She has like minutes of attention span. Occasionally she'll get like a phone call or a text and it's always from a doctor. But I have some feeling that it must be a Dr. Zupan.
This, we just scrounged up this photograph of Dr. Mercurio. This is one of the reasons that she started to specialize in hair. I don't know.
Like a 50s haircut? I'm not sure what you're going for, but. We love Dr. Mercurio, and her door is always open if you have
I've been in there a lot, by the way.
The only problem is the residents are really too scared to go in. It's like rat's nest of brilliance. You probably can't see, but down there's the strong dysplasia clinic, the anal dysplasia clinic. Like, good luck to them, because they're way on the bottom.
And
That's right.
it looked much better on my interview day, I have to say. And then her latest marketing venture here, don't let a dry vulva hurt your pride. Try Mercurio Climb.
She's always looking for extra ways to make money. Hire someone to organize her office.
I actually applied for that position before hiring.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. Wait, we didn't roast anybody else?
I thought you were
I thought you were going to do it. Well, let's just check.
Okay.
Maybe there's something. Okay, so which attending are you most likely to see scrutinizing the schedule on the resident room door?
Dr. Taus.
Oh, Dr. Brown! Guilty by admission!
Find some work, yeah.
Okay, bonus point. And what is the single word phrase you're most likely to hear Dr. Brown say when encountering him in the hallway?
Doctor.
Yes!
So we love Dr. Brown. Here he is tying a bow. With maybe some trouble. Maybe there's no one to hold the edges together or the edges of the bow. I'm really good at that. I've done it for like 3 months, so.
Cut it on the knot.
I haven't got that far down yet. So Dr. Brown, you just have to hold a scalpel correctly. And patients often say, Dr. Brown's very handsome, and they are spot on. Dr. Brown reminds me of the man that broke up my parents' marriage. Roasted you, Dr. Brown.
And based on this handsome appearance, we were inspired. We think he'd fit right in with James Bond, don't you?
I think so.
Pierce Brosnan, Sean Connery, Mark David Brown.
Licensed to Modes in Australia. And I always wonder, if Dr. Brown were a tumor, which tumor would he be?
Any thoughts? We're close.
I ended up deciding it would be an atypical fibrous histiocytoma. The reason being is that sometimes I feel like he's benign, like an AFX, and other times I feel like he's malignant, like an MFA. I don't think I'll ever understand, but...
All right. Which attending is most likely to recommend that a dermatology resident go tanning before her wedding? Dr. Beck. This is a true story. Dr. Beck! Wait, bonus point. Tanned herself! But even worse, she real tanned at one point, I think. And bonus point, who is that resident?
Katie
Summers. Katie Summers. Congratulations! Newly wedded for 3 days? 4 days? 3 days. Congratulations. Honeymoon tomorrow.
Honeymoon tomorrow.
Anyway, back to the roast. Shame on you, Dr. Beck. We're not supposed to recommend tanning. There's no such thing as a base. And you're looking a little sunburnt here. You might need to talk to Dr. Ibrahim about PDT. I don't know.
And we love Dr. Beck's patients. They're always really simple. And the assessment and plan is always a breeze. Here's just one patient, an 8-year-old with a widespread papular eruption. The differential is only like 13 things long. And then what I love here the most that actually hard job to write. Dr. Beck always likes to be conservative, only order a few tests at a time. But when she can't, she asks Harge to call the White House to ask for a pardon of the cost of the lab test. Just the little things we do for Dr. Beck.
Okay, which attending is most likely to hang out in the resident room during someone else's clinic? For no time! And for no clear reason. He's always typing something. I am not sure what.
He told me it's lonely in his office.
He doesn't have an
So in case you're wondering, that is what I like to call the pause of Dr. Taus. If you're not attending, the awkward pause, I'm sorry. So this occurs during almost every patient encounter, right after the patient asks about 3 complicated questions. And Dr. Taus will say, or we do nothing. And then you're typing and you're like, let me rephrase the plan. Dr. Taus. So we've all heard his
Why can't you win?
Dr. Taus has been known to tell a few tall tales about his days at Hopkins, like the gold-plated bathroom of the chair, and I don't know, many innumerable different stories, but he may not have told you that at Hopkins they measure your intellect by the length of your chest hair, and Harge and Neil are trying to get in on this, I think, too.
We were able to acquire some footage from one of Dr. Taus's mentors from Hopkins.
Sing Silence of the Lambs.
Census taker was trying to tell me. I hate his liver. Some fava beans. Nice candy.
Just one of the people Dr. Taus trained under in his many
No, he trained him.
excursions.
So, I mean, if you don't know the plot of The Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter trained at Hopkins, actually, in that story. He was like a crafty guy who was cutting up women or something. I forget the full story. He was eating his patients, essentially. But this is how Dr. Taus has gained great insight into the minds of his neurodermatitis patients. But also, if you heard of the little clip about fava beans, it's inspired some creative dietary changes for Dr. Taus.
And those residents might know what these are. Any residents want to shout out what this is? Broccoli sprouts.
Apparently they're excellent for your metabolism, but not if they are cooked, only if you eat them raw. Clearly, something you have
Better
to pay
if
attention
you
to.
grind up in a blender.
Right.
That's right. Only the many things you learned from Hannibal Lecter. And also green tea.
Yes. And Dr. Beck somehow was unscathed from his mentorship. She's still normal.
So which attending is likely to pimp you at the microscope head with this inquisition? Tumor?
Right.
That's right. Dr. Ibrahim. Brand new microscope. He likes to explain things during sign out.
Yes. What's that, Dr. Ibrahim? I can't hear you over the music in my ear. This is probably not going.
So Dr. Ibrahim, patients love Dr. Ibrahim. I don't know if his charisma or his charm, his bald head or bulbous nose, which is, but patients really love him and often liken him to Derek Jeter.
Without the crow's leg.
Dr. Ibrahim, as you can see, has great confidence in our injection technique.
But we are equally as confident in his ability to achieve hemostasis on the battlefield. I mean, operating room.